Welcome back, everybody, to Santa Cruz's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. It's the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John.
We'll talk about Saved by the Bell. That was awesome. That break was great. Coach Kev gave some good advice.
He sure did.
You know, you can find him on CoachKev.com if you need any additional information. There's some good stuff on the website.
CoachKev.com.
CoachKev.com.
All right.
You can go on there and get some really good ideas on how to improve your relationship. If you need to, Doug. I'm not pointing fingers because
we won't get personal here.
Let's talk sports now.
Let's do it. Mr. Football, are you there?
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing?
It's not that it's your last show, Mr. Football. It's
we got to make sure that
it's the last time you're not going to be called Mr. Football.
We got to come up with a new name for you. How about Mr. Basketball? Mr. Baseball? How about Mr. There's nothing really important going on in the sports world right now?
That's not true.
That's kind of long.
That's not true.
Mr. Premiership Soccer League. Nah, that doesn't work either. It's too long.
As long as I'm on here, we're not talking soccer.
Oh,
we've got a week to determine that.
That's true. All right.
So I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl. Do we have to?
We should at least recap it, Mr. Football. What did you think? Was it really? Is Seattle all that? Are they going to be like the dynasty? Are they the Pittsburgh Steelers of the '70s?
I think dynasty's taken it all too far, but I am all in with that defense.
That defense was amazing.
That defense is incredible, and the Legion of Boom is for real.
Yeah, but it's free agency. Are they going to keep them together? Have they done a good job locking them up contract-wise? There's a lot of questions still.
I think there's more question marks on the offensive side than the defensive side when it comes to contract.
That's true. Percy Harvin gets another headache. He's gone.
So. And I still think they could use another tight end, a playmaking tight end.
Yeah. I keep looking at it and I go, it really was a dominant performance by a football team on every aspect of the game.
Yep.
From the very first snap to the very last snap, it was one of the most ridiculous games I've seen as far as domination.
I think even if the opening play with the bad snap wouldn't have occurred, we still would have had about the same outcome.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it was ever in question.
Yeah.
I think it was ever in question. Maybe during the first half, you kind of felt that Denver might get something going, but they just shut them down.
So, Mr. Football, do you buy into the thing about Peyton's legacy is now skewed and all that?
Not at all. The guy's phenomenal, and a legacy is not only defined by playoffs, but in the NFL, individual accomplishment. The guy has 5 MVPs. The guy was named also Comeback Player of the Year after his surgery when he could have retired after, I think it was 2 years ago, his surgery.
Right. Yeah.
I think the only thing that maybe tarnished his legacy a little bit is that he surpasses Brett Favre with the most losses ever in the playoffs. But that's very minimal to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's a huge deal. Look at Dan Marino. Does Dan Marino have a legacy?
Yeah.
All right, so let's change your name. Let's change your name to, right now will be Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
Doug's dying.
So Mr. Bass had a really rough week. The Cats, the University of Arizona.
Week went out.
Well, I'm talking about last Saturday night. They lost their first game of the year.
But I don't want to sell the Pac-12 short. The Pac-12 is an excellent conference. Cal's not a bad team.
There's no basketball west of the Mississippi. Come on, really? The Pac-12 in basketball?
Okay, well, I guess I can't say number one anymore. But
thank you. That would be the ACC, wouldn't it? Whoops.
I was talking about individual team.
Okay. Yeah, so was I. Syracuse. ACC, thank you.
Last I checked, Maryland was 13-9.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
I guess the thing about Arizona that I'm disappointed, also they lost one of their top big men for the rest of the year, and I think that's going to hurt them.
I think it is going to hurt them, but in the long term, I think it's going to help them a little bit because although Brandon Ashley is 100% committed to coming back next year, it's going to help, the freshmen such as Elliott Pitts come in. Now he's going to have a key role.
All right. Wait. Yeah, okay, enough Arizona Wildcat love. Let's talk in general now, okay, Doug? You can't monopolize Mr. Basketball. I almost called you Mr. Football again. You can't monopolize his expertise. Mr. Basketball, talk to me about college basketball. What teams are exciting? What teams should I watch with the exclusion of Arizona?
Florida.
You're no fun.
Florida, right? Okay.
Florida is ranked 3rd right now. I believe U of A did beat them, I think, last year. They squeaked 5, but Florida has 2 losses on the year. The first one escapes my mind, but the second one is UConn. And I bring up UConn because UConn played a game yesterday at Cincinnati, who's ranked 7th, and they had to lead the entire game, but Cincinnati squeaked by. And I bring that up because whether you're ranked 22nd, whether you're ranked 26th, whether you're ranked 3rd, this field this coming March will just be absurd with how much talent each team has.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's one dominant team. I mean, Syracuse is running out, but
So don't you think Syracuse is the team to beat right now?
I do.
all right. Mr. Football, thanks again as always. Mr. Basketball, thank you for coming in. You're the same person.
Guys,
But you're listening to Gazette
get
Radio with
used to a
Doug
new
and John
title.
on AM 1220 KHTS, Santa Cruz hometown station. Have a great week.
See you next week.